Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good afternoon. Welcome Clack and everybody else who's currently here. We're going to be doing a... Oh, sorry, let me mute my audio real quick. There we go, got it. Alright, we're going to be doing a 50% action speed fighter build, just for fun. It's kind of reflective on the build that I made yesterday, but I've made some slight modifications. One of which being that I am going to be using a falchion instead of the halberd. So general build idea is we are going to be stacking dexterity gear for this build. So basically every single piece of gear that I have is stacking some sort of dexterity. Even the non-dexterity gear is grabbing that. I'm also going to be using magic resistance gear as well on dashing boots, dark leather leggings, and dark plate armor. So with these pieces of gear, my MDR is 42% with taunt. And with taunt, I'm also at 59% PDR, which is pretty decent, considering it's more of a magic slash physical reduction hybrid class or build. And I mean, that's pretty much like the main idea of the build. Dexterity rings 2, Mercurial Cloak, necklace of peace, obviously, because that's the only usable necklace, pretty much. And because we're using a falchion plus Castellan dagger, we now have access to the additional action speed with perks. So our total base action speed with sword mastery plus dual wield is right around 50%, not including adrenaline rush. So this is actually a 65% action speed build. So I've actually clickbaited you. It's actually a better build than I said, funny enough. This will be fun. Hey Sargus, welcome, welcome. Hey Bumblebee, welcome. Okay, I think I'm pretty much good. I'll collect that gold in a little bit. I don't really need it at the moment. All right, we chilling. Also, I think today's gonna be a shorter stream. I might have to dip out here in a few hours, and head out for probably the day, I think. So we'll just be doing this for a little while, just so you know. All right, we good? I'm just triple checking, making sure my kid is okay. Wouldn't it be funny if I died on the first game? I think I die on the first game a lot, so I wouldn't even be surprised, honestly. It could happen. It's always possible. HP is kind of rough. You can't build a 50% action speed with relatively budget gear, with very high HP. It doesn't really work. You usually have to pick a stat and stick to it if you're budget. No, I've never been to Sam's Club in my entire life. Hey, Ghost. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Thank you for asking. Hey, Ashes. I'm doing good, man. Just wanted to test out this build for the day. I haven't built a action speed quite this fast in a while, so thought it'd be fun. Oh, you want to see it with adrenaline rush too? So this is my swing speed with 50%. This is adrenaline rush. This is 65%. That is fast. I remember every hit that I do, I think headshot does over 100 damage. Like 120 maybe. Something like that. Brutal. The Falchion doesn't get much faster than that. Yeah, it doesn't get much faster. That's, yeah, I can't imagine going much further than this. Maybe with team buffs, like a bard or something. That's about it. Badger with a bard as a duo? Yeah, well, you read the... Yep. exactly what I just said. Yep. For sure. Crazy. Yeah, having the action speed from a teammate would be hilarious. Or maybe a wizard. Haste invis. Some stupid shit. Something like that. That would be funny. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of things that can be funny. But for solo, yeah, this is probably about as good as you're realistically gonna get. Hey, Brandon, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Not even sure why I'm looting, to be honest. I'll just grab this chest and keep going. It's warm-up game. I usually expect to die on my warm-up game, so it's easier to warm up on AI than it is a player. Or we'll go fight that. Oh, I forgot. No, I have it in the spots. Never mind. Might not work, though. I don't know where he went. That nonsense. I ain't got time to deal with that, man. Just trying to play the game. Thank God for invis spots, man. Thank God for invis spots. That fight could have lasted, like, forever. Like, actually forever, man. Thank God. Oh, he's geared, too. Very geared. Nice. Wow. Good first game, I guess. Wow, Stiletto Dagger is interesting. You don't see Stiletto very often. Okay. Time to get out of here. I mean, what are my options there? You know, the way he's playing, he's just double jump kiting the entire fight. no matter how many crossbow hits I get, like, he'll never die. So, if I don't invis pod him, how the hell do I ever kill him? I don't know if I can. So that is like the counter. That is the counter play. Yeah. That is the play. Thank you, Snozzy, by the way, for the sub. Appreciate him up. I would have to do the same thing against this Warlock, but Phantomize basically means that I can't do that. Could I even kill this Warlock, honestly? I could if I was Barb. I don't know if my fighter can, though. This guy's kind of juiced. Everybody's... he's not here. But yeah, a lot of people are kind of geared. Oh, look how much damage he's taking. He got hit by one curse. Oh, this guy's dead. Oh, he's done. He got cursed 3 times and he's dead. Like, overkill dead. Rest in peace, bro. That's weird. Back to dad. Only for now, while we wait for other games and solos is here. Pretty much. I am trying to be patient and wait for other games to come out. You know, I'm not here to complain today. All right, no complain box. Okay. I am just waiting for other games to come out, and then once they do, my content will shift towards those. That's why my YouTube content is slowed down. So while we wait for that, yeah, I am gonna play this game because it has solos in it. I did hear a rumor, though. I heard a rumor, and some people are not gonna like it, and some people are. I don't know if it's true or not, so take what I say with a grain of salt. There is a rumor that map rotation might actually come back. Like, legitimately come back. Not, you know, not like, oh, haha, the next step is map rotation. No. I think map rotation is going to come back for next season. Or at least, like, sometime in the next few weeks. It's not confirmed, but... yeah, there's a... I don't know, a murmur going around that it seems like that might happen. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm not surprised by that, just to be clear. That's what I was expecting. But, you know, just putting it out there if anyone cares. Waiting for Legacy Wipe? Yeah, I feel kind of bad for saying this because I really like the Legacy devs. I am not overly excited for the wipe or the next season. But that's only because I see like how much the player count keeps dipping. You know, every season, Legacy, Steel, and Sorcery, it's like a slide, you know? The wipe happens and then it just plummets down to the bottom. And then like they recover for the wipe, and then it immediately goes straight back down to the bottom, you know? And it's just like it's not like Dark and Darker, where you still have a few thousand players. When I say bottom, I mean bottom, you know? I mean like 100 players or less bottom, you know? So I'm not one here to preach like, oh, dead game, not gonna play it, but you know, yes, a PvP game that has 100 players, I can't really play that, you know? I can't. So my excitement for that game is not very high, you know, unfortunately. Which is sad because I really do like the Legacy developers, you know? Just they seem like good people. They're communicative from what I've seen. It's just the game's just not doing well right now. Just is what it is. Well, I don't know if I'll be playing Legacy or not. It'll depend on what's going on. If I have nothing else to play, like if Dungeon Stalkers flops on the 13th, then yeah, I'll probably check out the season because I would rather play Legacy than like play the same old thing in Dad. That you know, just something different. But just know that I'm cautious, like very cautious on that game at the moment. That's all. Dude, those invis pots probably made me a few thousand gold. W invis pots, man. Thank God. That rogue, dude, I know that rogue is so mad. Because that rogue is never dying to me without an invis pot. He is definitely so upset. I wouldn't blame him. I'd be kind of mad too. I'd be kicking the air if I was him. But it had to look suspicious though. I mean, I just disappeared off the face of the earth and he just kept walking towards me. I guess he thought I, like, full-on ran, but I did not. Unfortunate for him. New World sold 20 million copies. It was fun for a while, but they fumbled the endgame. I never played New World, but people did keep telling me to play it. 129, 24-hour peak is pretty dead. Yeah, for a PvP game, even for a non-PvP game, that's, like, pretty... It's pretty dead, right? I'm just gonna throw a few things on the marketplace really fast. Just so I have, you know, money coming and going as needed. You know, okay. So I don't know if there's any legacy fanboys in my chat or not. I know I know Clack likes fantasy or likes it. I have seen some people say that Legacy's player count is only low because of lack of advertising, and I'm gonna just tell you that that is not true. It has never been true. They absolutely did advertising. It was confirmed when they first released last season, like the last, not this season, but the first one, that streamers were getting paid to play their game. There was always advertisement being done. So, not to mention, there were very big streamers like Asmongold, for example, that played their game too. So all the people that are saying, or that have said, that Legacy is dead only because of advertising is just cope. That's all it is. You know? It's fine to like the game. You know, it's okay to like Legacy. But to say that the game is only struggling because it doesn't advertise is 100% just not true. It has never been true. Unfortunately. Kind of is what it is. But I know for a fact that they advertised. Because So Bad Strange got paid to play the game day one and then quit on stream and said that that he was like, it's not worth the $300 or something, and then quit the game. So we know that streamers got paid. I never got paid, but I know that other streamers got paid. You know, it's not like it's a secret. I'm not unleashing like some, you know, forbidden text or something. We know that So Bad was going to get paid season 1. So we know that certain streamers 100% had got paid for the game, for advertisement. So, you know, yes. Yes, like they did advertise the game. That's it. I don't know, it's just very surprising to me whenever I see people say that they like never advertise, because it was just never true. It's weird. Yeah, if the developers for Legacy had given me 300 bucks to play day one, even with the problems it had, I still probably would have played it. I would have made it very clear that I was getting paid, so it would have been like an advertised stream, but I probably would have kept playing. I mean, heck, I did play it day one, I think. I did play it day one without getting paid. And I said, wow, this is really bad because of the audio issues. I remember that, yeah. Yes, Cody. I played Shadows of Chroma Tower on my channel. If you go to my stream VODs, like my live videos on YouTube, and you search Shadows of Chroma Tower, you'll see some streams of mine from Shadows. Well, Quack, first impressions are everything, right? Can we agree on that? First impressions of a game is everything. So, Legacy launching in the state that they did, I think forever is going to hurt their player numbers. Until way down the road if they pull like a No Man's Sky kind of deal. Because the game is not good enough to pull a No Man's Sky right now. Like it's not in like that great of a spot. So they're not gonna just miraculously gain a million players. It's not going to I mean, like, I have no problem if you like Legacy. Again, I like the devs. Like, I have no issue if people like the game. That's perfectly fine. I mean, I've said in the past that I think it's a decent game. The game is just not doing well right now. You know, it's not really like hate. It's just a fact. You know, it's just unfortunately the player count is not where it needs to be. Kind of is what it is. Be honest, am I excited for Dungeon Stalkers? Yes. But I am also acknowledging that the game might not do very well. But I am going to play it to have something new to play. There you go. There's my answer. Dungeon Stalkers is both PvE and PvP. Separate game modes. Wait. Yeah, I think so, right? I think there's PvE in Dungeon Stalkers. Wait, maybe there's not PvE in Dungeon Stalkers. You know what? I don't remember. I know there's a PvP mode where you don't lose gear. I don't know if there's PvE or not. I can't remember. I think there is, though, right? I'm pretty sure there was. Pretty sure. Yeah, I think there was PvE, PvP light, and then PvP, like, hardcore, where you lose your gear. I'm gonna walk through the flames at this point. Yeah. To be completely honest with you, if Dark and Darker didn't re-release solos, I have no idea what I would be playing right now. I honestly do not know. Because there's nothing out for me to play that I want to play in, like, the extraction genre. I know everybody's talking about Battlefield 6, but Battlefield just isn't... Shooters just aren't my cup of tea anymore, man. I don't know what else to say. I've just grown out of it. I don't say that I don't think Battlefield 6 is gonna be bad, but I just don't care. SDF saved me? I guess. Praise SDF. Yeah, I've been so bored that off stream I have been playing a lot of Turtle WoW. That is all I do off stream now. Well, besides like make video content when I do that, which hasn't been as often because I don't feel like making that content. So I stream, and then in my off time I just play Turtle WoW. That's it. That's all I do. Because I don't feel like playing that off stream. Shit, that's a PDR. Oh, no. No. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm freaking good, buddy. I'm going this way. No, thank you. No, thanks. PDR, Club, Cleric. I'm good. I play that. I know how good that build is. I'll pass. I'll fight if I have to. I will fight any barb over fight that. Dude. Yeah, unless you want to watch me go re-kit myself. I don't care about the Naked Warlock. I'm gonna just get out of this area. Because I know that cleric's nearby. I'm gonna go fight people that are away from the cleric. Okay, the rock, paper, scissors. Yes, I also do not like the rock, paper, scissors. That is why I'm looking forward to Mistfall Hunter. Because I think Mistfall Hunter, like, had some reasonable balance, even for a beta. Yes, I am with you. Although, if you don't want rock, paper, scissors, you can play Barb. The only real rock, paper, scissors Barb has, in my opinion, is, well, probably that cleric build. But if you play that cleric build and you're playing sorcerer, they're a free kill. So, give and take. Like, they are so easy. Killing a cleric with sorcerer is, like, it's just... yeah, there's not much they can really do. Because everything they do is knockback and goes through shields. And then the cleric has no range and they're slow. But if you're melee, yeah, it's hard to fight them. Well, I don't really feel like chasing a naked warlock around the fighter. It's like risk-reward. There's not really much reward there. Besides that, I just really don't want to fight that cleric. So I'm gonna go to center and see if I can find someone like a barb or something. Remember, it's like a BR right now. There's always... I mean, I'm never gonna fight you in demon form, sir. Dude, that swing speed is something. That is some crazy swing speed, bro. But yeah, Dad with the continuous dungeon and the fact that like 95% of players seem to be naked. Yeah, the game is as much of a BR as it is ever gonna really be. Like, it gives serious BR vibes. So, you know, there's always more people to fight. I don't have to fight every person I see. If someone counters me, I can just run the other way and find someone else. There's always more people on the map, always, because they just keep spawning. So, even if the map is empty, people will just rejoin anyway. Yeah, but the problem is Legacy has its own balance issues. Do I really have to go over them? Like, Wizard was insanely overtuned for a while. Rogue has just been inherently unfun for a very long time. Like, the playstyle of Rogue is just not fun. You know? Hunter was OP for a while. Just range in general has been OP. And Warrior hasn't felt very fun to play. Like, there's so many issues in Legacy. Yeah, Legacy's perfectly balanced. Okay, buddy. Yeah, okay. Sure. Sure. Perfectly balanced. Okay. Yeah. The only way to play Warrior in that game, I swear, is to no life that game to the point where you're, like, one of the best Warriors, and you can... Like, I don't think Warrior is even a good class for new players. Even I don't enjoy playing Warrior anymore, because it's so sweaty. Like, every other class just has it so much easier than Warrior does. I mean, I have hours in Warrior, but it still doesn't matter. Like, I'm not even a bad Warrior, but it's just... The amount of effort it takes is ridiculous. It's so much easier to just play other classes. Like, why play Warrior when you could just play, like, Wizard or Hunter or Rogue? Or Priest. Hell, even, like, Priest is insane now, too. At least they were when I played last. Like, it's fine if it's... You can say it's a skill issue, but, you know, there is an argument to be made that if a class is that hard, and the other classes feel that much easier to play, that's still an issue in game. Because, you know, that just makes it even harder to keep new players that decide to choose Warrior. And heck, honestly, as a new player, I would think Warrior would be the, like, class to go to, but honestly, I think it's the hardest. I mean, even Rogue has the free, like, dagger, like, cheap shot stuff. Warrior doesn't really have anything like that. They have to spend horns and spears every game and grind endlessly to play the game. I don't know when Midnight Walkers is releasing. I'm not sure. The only date that I am aware of is August 13th for, you know, Dungeon Stalkers. I don't know anything about any other game. So your guess is as good as mine at this point. Why did golden keys go up in price? They were like 900 gold. I'm gonna just sell it. Shit. Is that expensive? What? They doubled in price. Why? I have no idea, but that's cool with me. I'll take the free money, I guess. Sure. That's fine. No complaints here. If you spend the entire time trying to balance Legacy on only top player gameplay, the new players are never gonna have fun. Sometimes a little bit of imbalance can be fun, and only balancing for the top, like, 1% of players is, well, I mean, at this point, I guess it's not top 1%, because if you have 100 players, it's probably, like, 50% of your players. Regardless, if you balance only for top players, I think that's also not great as well. You kind of have to find, like, a good middle ground, you know? Well, I don't like, so why is Swippo OP? So the weapon can't, like, Swippo just straight loses to wizards, because if a wizard blocks, the ranger or the hunter takes 1,000,000 damage. I mean, like, what exactly is it about Swippo Hunter that makes it OP? It just gets hard countered by wizard that knows how to block because of the burn buildup. I mean, I'll tell you, it's very, very good against warriors. It's because they never run out of stamina. That's fair. That makes sense. I could see that. I could see that being a balance issue. I still stand by what I said, though. Trying to play Survival Bow Hunter against Wizard was very unfun. It felt unwinnable. Because you can't shoot them unless you do weapon swaps. The fact that you can't have two... Honestly, that's always been a design issue with me, personally. I think not being able to use two weapons to change for different matchups actually adds rock, paper, scissors to the game a little bit more. That's my 2 cents. I disagree with Warrior being the only class that should be able to swap between weapons. I don't think that should be a Warrior thing. It adds less options for players. At the very least, like, let you hot swap your weapons, but at least but add a cooldown, but at least let me equip them. You know, it's very, I don't know, it's just very unfun gameplay, very unfun. So if Rogue is too OP with swap, then you just add a cooldown, but just let them have both weapons equipped, because having weapons in inventory is more of a sweaty thing than a new player can. So it goes back to balancing the game for sweats. New players were not doing, like, hot swaps. That was something the sweats were doing. So, balance the game for, you know, like, help new players, like, use other weapons. So, just add, like, some kind of internal cooldown. So, like, if you use, like, a cooldown for the sword, and you swap the dagger, you can't use, like, the same, like, skill on the, you know, I don't know. Regardless, I'm just saying, having only one weapon slot in Legacy is not fun. It would be better if you had two weapon slots, and it always has been the case. For me, at least. Like, if I want to play Swiftbow Hunter, the fact that I have to bring a weapon in inventory to not die to wizards for free, seems very silly. Like, just let me swap the weapons without having to drag it from my inventory. Like, that is such archaic gameplay of, like, swapping from inventory. I don't know, just feels lame to me. That's just, I just don't agree with that design decision, personally. But if you better have Lantern? No, because dual wield doesn't work with Lantern, and that gives me 10% action speed. It'd be better for movement speed, but it's not better for action speed. 10% action is better than 10 movement speed, basically. I think so, at least. But you could make the argument if you wanted to. I personally choose to have the action speed for fun. Also, it can be nice to have a secondary weapon sometimes. You don't use it a lot, though. Taunt? Yeah, but the taunt isn't used for mobs. It works for mobs, but it doesn't actually... Like, no one uses it for that. You use it for the PDR and MDR it gives you. It's just, it's a stat stick, basically. That's the entire skill. What does it do? 12% PDR and MDR for 10 seconds. That's the primary thing that I'm using it for. If it wasn't for the stats, I would never use it. And it's flat PDR, not armor, like total, so it's very valuable. Yes. I run the dagger so I can swing my falchion faster and kill people. That is correct. Yep, pretty much. I think I got kind of off track, but hold up. Oh, so I got kind of off track what I was going to say earlier. Yes, I am looking forward to Dungeon Stalkers, but just know that I am cautiously optimistic on the game's launch, you know? Like, I'm going to play it, but I acknowledge that the game might not, like, it might not pick up, or, like, pull off, you know? I acknowledge that, you know? Just be aware of that. Well, I either fight Timmy's and normals, or I fight no one, so which one would you prefer? Because High Roller is dead on my server. So, one or the other. I can't choose the players that I fight, because they don't let me change regions anymore. It's beyond my control at this point. I killed you as Rogue? Yeah, I was playing Rogue for a little bit, just for fun. Sorry. It makes you feel any better? I died to a Barbarian, and then went back to playing other classes. Also, yeah, normals is not for Timmy's. You gotta get out of the mindset that normals is for Timmy's, because that isn't true anymore. The moment that they changed gear to let everything in normals is the time that normals no longer became Timmy grounds. It became just PvP grounds. That's all it is now. Yeah, the days of normals being for Timmy's is just no longer the case. It hasn't been, so. Yeah. Yeah, if you want, yeah, PvE mode is for Timmy's. That's where, if you don't want a PvP, you know, go to that mode. I'm not gonna feel bad for playing the only populated game mode on my server. No. Kinda just is what it is. Sneakers, we have to stop this nonsense. We have to stop. This is crazy. Yes, white only is gone. So the only options that I have for solo, because Cross Mountain is duo and Ruins is trio, the only options I have right now is PvE, which means I can't fight players, so I'm not doing that. Normals, where everybody is, probably 95% of the player base. And then HR, which is probably 5% of the player base. If that. And every time I play it, it's me running around an empty map, like, hoping to find players. So, no, I'm not going to play High Roller, which is basically just PvE farming. when I can just wear all my gear in normals. There's no gear cap anymore. So, yes. I'm not gonna play 100 gold to fight against a very minimal amount of players. So. It doesn't matter if people have white gear or not. It's not my fault that people choose not to wear gear. It takes one game to open up some chests and wear some better gear. I just did a 0 to hero yesterday. This is not my fault. They can always go to PvE mode if they don't want to die. The option is there. Not my fault if they don't want to take it. Make HR free. Add, like, 2 times the loot. I'm not saying you're rage baiting. Or at least I don't, yeah, I didn't say that. Yeah, I'm just telling you. It's not my fault that Iron Mace, like, did what they did. You know, I can't control that. You know? It's not my fault they decided that all gear should be allowed in normals. You know, I like blue gear lobbies. But it is what it is. You know, what can I, you know, like, what can I really do? It's YouTube, chat. It's just YouTube, chat. Funny, it's like every other day I get some kind of weird, I get a comment from, like, YouTube or Twitch. It's always one of them. Always. I think HR should be. I don't think HR should ever have had a cost. Because here's the thing, if I go to HR and I'm going there for PvP and then I see no players, I've now just wasted 100 gold. I'm not gonna sit here and only do farming for like, you know, when the server's wiping. I don't mind, like, opening chests and stuff. Like, I'll do some looting still, but I'm not gonna go and only farm when the servers are wiping. What's the point? Not a whole lot I can realistically do there. But yeah, it just kind of is what it is, man. You know, it's out of my control, out of my hands, kind of deal. What can I say? I mean, ultimately, it's not gonna matter for much longer anyway. I mean, in 5 days, I'll be playing a new game, so I mean, it's kind of whatever. Just give me a little bit of time to start playing this other stuff, and then we won't have to talk about, you know, we don't have to talk about it anymore. Oh, I do have a lockpick. It's too late. I already left. I could have used it though. Great. I forgot I picked one up. I'll just use it on this one. Oh, W loot. W loot. Do you think 0 to hero would be any good on Wiz? As long as you have access to Marketplace, yeah, you can do it. Without Marketplace, that sounds, like, miserable. I don't think Wizard is worth playing unless you use Marketplace. Not in Soul Wiz, at least. You're too reliant on a high-quality magic staff, and they're kind of hard to find. So only if you're using Market. I think a lot of new players don't understand how much self-found impacts certain classes, especially for solo. You know, the classes that are already strong. The classes that are already strong, such as Barb and Druid and Sorcerer, they don't care about gear. You know, Sorcerer uses their goddamn hands for casting. They don't care about, like, they don't need, like, a soul. But the classes that, like, desperately need, like, certain gear, like Wizard, are already kind of weak. So all Self-Found does is make the meta class just stronger. Kind of just is what it is. Yeah, there's a lot of classes that are not fun at all to play if you're, like, solo Self-Found. Like, I personally will not play those classes during Self-Found. I will just play the better classes. You'll just see me running around on, like, Barbarian or Fighter or something like that. Mr. X, I don't think you understand. Most of the veteran players have quit the game at this point. The only people that are left are mostly new players that don't know what's going on with Iron Mace. They just play the game. Damn, I messed up. I missed a hit or two. Man, I really lost the Barb with this kit. Was he low at least? Barbarian is just so much better than this, huh? God, Barbarian is so annoying. I hate Barb so much. God damn it, man. Fucking Barbs. Barb and Barber, bro. Barb and Barber. I know. Well, it's never worth playing Fighter over Barb. It's unfortunate. He just has such an advantage over me. God damn it. God damn it, man. Frickin' Barbarian. Speaking of classes that excel at Self-Found, Barbarian is going to be the top class in solos, and you're going to be a fool not to play it. Just saying. It's annoying. Not a whole lot I could realistically have done there, though. I mean, I guess I missed one swing, but he also missed a swing. It's just, the club is just so much better. Club is OP. Alright, I guess I gotta bring back the Halberd. Yeah. Halberd better against Barbs. So I have to bring a Halberd, but also bring a Falchion secondary. Because, it's too hard to fight longswords with Halberd. But Falchion can do it pretty easily. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of hot swapping action here. Go to spy unique. Sure. Yeah, yeah. I'll have a Falchion. I'll swap too if I need it. Sometimes hot swapping is the answer. And I think in this case, yeah, I think hot swapping is the play. Because Halberd's better against Barbarians. And we'll still hit 50% action speed with Adrenaline Rush. So we'll still be chilling. You know what? I'll even keep Sword Mastery just for the swap. It's honestly probably a good idea. I don't think Arming Sword is worth using at all anymore. Arming Sword is just a weaker version of Falchion, personally. Halberd already kills barbarians. I don't that you're at that point I'm just reinventing the wheel. I already know what kills barbs. Halberd kills barbs. So we just run a halberd and I just do hot swapping. The only thing I have to ever swap for is either movement speed for a fast class or like or a longsword. That's it. I think that's perfectly fine. But I need a halberd for barbs, or I just lose to every club in a straight 1v1. Falchion is good, but it's not meta. The meta weapon is club right now. By a pretty large margin. That club is kind of OP right now. That's why I use it on every build that I have. Club barb, honestly, shouldn't be losing very many fights at all. That class is, it's just broken. I don't really know what else to say. Club barb is insanely busted at the moment. That's why I play it for, you know, why I play it for easy mode kind of deal. I will not play a map that has trios. I won't do it. Thank you, freaking Gant, for the sub, by the way. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, man. I've watched it a while. That's okay, man. It's good to see you here either way. Okay, so I need to keep like a row. I need to keep an area clear until endgame. Like until I'm ready to leave the game. You know, as far as loot goes. I need to make sure I can always hot swap against like, these classes. I can't believe Falchion loses to Club Barb. Nah, no, that's not true. I can believe it, but it makes me sad. Even hit him with the crossbow too. Well, the halberd's damage is just so high. Also, I cannot believe that this was, like, so cheap. 6%, like, extra damage is very good for a, that's pretty solid. For the cost that I got it. Yeah, if it wasn't for longsword players, I think I could just always run halberd and be okay. But yeah, these freaking longsword guys, man. It's just so annoying fighting them with halberd because it's too easy to parry. It's the biggest downside of the weapon. The ease. So, yesterday I was using the 10% damage on consecutive hits, but since I'm hot swapping Falchion anyway, I've decided to instead keep the sword mastery on, just for swaps. Hardest weapon to parry? Probably like a Rondel dagger. That shit is hard to parry, man. Like, it makes them look like a joke. But I don't have true damage, and I don't know if it even does enough damage to use. How did he survive that? No way he survived that. What? Should have shut the door. He ate like 4 halberd hits and then ran through the fire. So how is this thing even aggro, bro? Be fighting this shit. I gotta get it through this door. I don't know how that shit ever aggroed me. I wasn't even near it. Come on. What is going on? I just need to... Jesus Christ. These mobs, man. I don't even know how that thing aggroed in the first place. That druid is so... That druid is probably insanely geared and lucky. Unbelievable. He also ate Taunt. I mean, I was nowhere near him. I don't have extra... Yes! Bitch. Oh my god, I thought he was getting away again. I hate druids so much, bro. I hate them so much. Oh my god, they're so frustrating, bro. Is he even geared? I guess yeah, at least he has some gear. My god, man, these druids. Ah, feels good. I hate them so much. I swear, man. One day druids will be balanced. One day. Thank God, man. Alright, we're chilling, we're chilling. Got a little excited there when he died. I didn't think he was gonna die to that, to be honest. I really did not think he was gonna die to that. Got a little excited. Ooh, those are pretty good. You saw the very end of that fight? Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Man, I really... Yeah, I don't know, man. There's something about these druid players that are just so infuriating, man. I can say the B word, but you can't in chat. It's tyranny. I mean, it is my stream. I can say what I want. You know, all things considered, I don't say anything too bad here. Every once in a while. I think I'm allowed to say at least a couple. At least a couple each stream. Tell you what, I don't know if my Falchion would have won that. Say what I want. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty, I would say I would classify myself as PG-13. Yeah, that's probably appropriate. Considering we're playing an M game, I think PG-13 stream is pretty good. Oh, no, not Visa. No, don't cut me off, please. I'm sorry. I'll go back to the good drone I am and do good drone work. I swear. Honestly, it was watching the Druid walk through my Molotov that really pissed me off. This game is M? Yes, the game is M. Bro, let's be honest here. The younger audiences, I don't even think people that are younger even played this game anymore. I think the last time anyone who was generally younger age was playing this was probably on Steam release. And that's about it. I don't think they'd be playing this game right now, at least. We're all adults here, right? We can hear the B word every once in a while, right? You know a teenager that plays? That's fair. Well, I didn't say there's 0 players playing that are younger, but I think most of them are probably gone. You're 16? I mean, if you're 16, you've probably seen and heard worse. I know I was 16 once, I remember. I remember. Seen, heard, yeah. Seen, heard, said worse by 16 for sure. Actually, you know what's funny? Believe it or not. Now, you probably could believe it, because I would like to think I'm pretty tempered, for the most part, in terms of my language. I did not cuss at all. Until I was... I think like 16 to 18. And my friends always made fun of me for it when we were younger. When we were like 13 and 14, they're like, "Oh, why do you never cuss?" I'm like, "I don't know, I just don't." It was yeah, it was a while before I ever did. I almost never did. Yeah, they all made fun of me for it. Kind of funny. No, I played all the M games. So my parents wouldn't let me play GTA, so me and my friends went to the neighborhood house, like the neighborhood kid that had access to GTA, and we went to his basement, and like 12 of us were around playing, I don't know, one of the old GTA games. I don't remember which one it was at this point. Um, yeah, I've been there. I played all those games. Played Call of Duty, Halo, GTA. I mean, you name it, I probably played it. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people can relate, right? I can't be the only one who 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 huddled at the neighborhood's house, or the neighborhood kid's house, and like played games when they were younger. Surely. I played Pokemon. I think it was Pokemon Coliseum. Whatever that game was on the 64. Oh yeah, the VoIP. Yeah, I played Modern Warfare 2 when it first released in 2009. The stuff that people said was crazy. It was unhinged. Yeah, there were some crazy things being said. Oh, bugged the wall twice. Nice. It's half HP already. Have I ever told you that I started watching horror movies? I think when I was 9, I went to see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in theaters. My mom. My mom was the one that let me do stuff. I'm a huge horror movie buff nowadays, and I think it's because I was started watching them so early on. Love horror movies. Horror is probably my favorite genre, I imagine. Oh, is that a longsword? That's a swap opportunity here. This is the whole reason I even have it to begin with. Really? Thank God, bro. Freaking third-party shit, I swear. always a third party that almost kills me. Like, that guy never kills me if I'm full health and, like, ready to go. Only because it's a third party. Yeah, that's why you bring the hot swap. Hot swap Falchion beats longsword, and it also helps you fight wizards too. This guy's gotta be geared, right? He's not even geared. Almost died for nothing. Amazing. Just kidding. No one's geared at this. I know no one's geared anyway. Oh. That's worth some money at least. That is also worth some money. Okay, the wizard had better gear than the warlock did. I don't know why he has a quarterstaff, but I guess I'll just take it. Wait, he does have gear. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, absolutely has gear. I mean, half his gear is purple. Purple and blue. He just doesn't have a shirt, so he looks naked, but he's not. So. Oh, he's not poor. Dude, he's just missing a shirt. He just wanted to look broke. He had purple gear. It ain't freaking broke at all. My HR server is dead, bro. There is no gear in HR because the lobby is dead. Not worth playing. I'd rather kill naked players than fight nobody. So. Honestly, at this point, Iron Man should just remove HR from the game. It's been dead for so long, I'd rather just have one mode so people stop asking me about HR. It would be better at this point. We don't have enough players on my server to have enough people for 2 different game modes, or I guess 3 because of PvE. Oh, my action speed thing didn't work. Or what? I don't know what happened. Did my button not press? I'm so confused. I actually don't know what happened there. I might have to go back to Barb, boys. I don't even beat Barbarian, apparently. Might have to go back to Barb. It's just too much stronger, man. Barb is just so much better. It's so much better, bro. It's so much better. Yeah, alright. Back to the good class. Sorry. It was fun. I want to actually win fights, so we'll play what everybody else is playing. Because I know I can beat Club Barbs in a 1v1, because they're usually not like, that good. So I know I can beat them. I just need to actually play the class. Yeah, I mean, there's no point. Iron Mace doesn't know how to balance properly, so why not just play? Until Iron Mace actually nerfs the class, like, there's no point. I'm just gonna play Barb. I can't. There's just no point. There's no point. I'm just wasting my time. I'm wasting my time playing, like, classes that are not worth playing. It's not worth it. At a certain point, I just gotta accept it. I mean, I'm just being silly at this point, not playing the class. I've now died to 2 barbarians for free. Keep in mind, the reason I can't kill them is because I have to spec hybrid for magic. So because I have to spec for hybrid for magic, it means that I just can't kill, like, I literally can't kill anybody. Like, it just sucks. Like, if I spec full PDR, I can probably kill these barbs, but then I lose to every caster. So, I have to play barb because of the casters that are playing the game. That's kind of like the short of it. Kind of is what it is. What can you do, I guess? Yeah, I would rather play barb than play shield slam fighter, because I think barb is stronger. I would just rather play what's strong, you know? I don't really feel like I don't really feel like handicapping myself. You know, it's too easy for Club Barb. So if Iron Mace isn't going to nerf it, then I might as well just play it too. Jump on the bandwagon kind of deal. Actually, it's not even a bandwagon. It's my own build. It's my build. So if anything, they're copying me. So I don't feel bad at all. I'm not gonna feel bad for using my own build. What the? Okay, legendary is cheaper than epic. That's funny. Okay. That's very funny. Sure, sure. Makes sense. Makes sense. Totally. Totally. Yep. I mean, I'm not mad about it or anything at this point. I don't really care. I mean, I'm fine playing whatever's meta. At this point, it's on Iron Mace to fix it, not on me. You know? If, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know, I'm just here to have fun. And I can't have fun if I'm dying to what I consider to be the meta that I basically helped create anyway, so I might as well just play this. Fine. Yeah, the only way I'm gonna be able to kill barbs is if I go full in on PDR again, and I really don't feel like dying for free to casters right now. So I don't really have a choice. That fighter build does counter barbs, but you have to play full PDR. And you have to forego all MDR in the entire game. You don't have a choice there. So you have to make like a choice as to like how you want to do it. And there's too many random casters playing the game, so yeah, it's just kind of just is what it is. Well, that's the thing. Halberd Fighter beats Barb, but only if you go full in on PDR. I'm talking every piece of gear, highest PDR, no magic resistance. I'm talking plate pants, fine cuirass, like everything needs to be the heaviest armor, because you have to scale to the point where you can actually kill barbs. And if you do that, you never win against casters. So it's a vicious cycle, really. It's a very vicious cycle. Makes for kind of kind of toxic rock paper scissors gameplay where I want to beat the meta, but I can't do it because these random wizards are running around, or random sorcerers, and I can't kill them. You know? So it kind of just is what it is. Oh well. Whatever, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so, like, let's say that I put on the full PDR fighter, and then I beat Barbs, and then I just die to, like, the Warlock or Sorcerer or Wizard or yeah, just the random dude that just walks up and kills me. Yeah, though that's the thing. Barbarian gets countered. He doesn't have to deal with the rock, paper, scissors, so he doesn't get countered as much as Fighter does, which is what makes Barb so consistently better. Yes, you can absolutely build 40% action speed bar, but it would take some money. That fighter build's not even bad. It's just Barb is just better. Like I think that fighter build is probably B tier. I would say probably B tier. If it wasn't for Barbs, it would be like a lot better, but because Barbs are so oppressive in the meta right now, I think that build is probably around B. Oh, you know what? I could also go back to Cleric, too. Cleric really does beat... Like, if I'm Cleric, I beat that Barb every time. But then if I have to fight a freaking Wizard, though, I'm boned. So it's like... I don't know. It's like... Do I want to do it? I don't know. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yeah, I tried Arc Raiders, but I don't really care about shooters that much. I'm not hyped about Arc Raiders that much. I could care less if the game ever released or not, kind of deal. Like, if it's out, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. It's just a shooter to me. I don't really care about shooters that much. Hunger is more up my speed, because it has guns, but it's not the primary focus. Yeah, so the last time I played Arc Raiders, the very last game I played, I think I killed like 5 or 6 people, and it was not like that satisfying to me. Like the act of getting kills in Arc Raiders, just it didn't feel that. I didn't feel the same way that I do in like the fantasy extraction games. And that was pretty much all I needed to know that Arc is probably not going to be for me necessarily. I mean, it was cool and all to get the kills, but, you know, at the same time, it's like, this doesn't really matter that much. Because I just don't, I don't know. Shooters just don't do it. I'm not really sure if Smite Judgment's viable. I like Smite DP. Honestly, I might swap to my Cleric instead of Barb. I just need to bring in Viz pots in case I see Caster. Probably naked. Well, it's not dark and darker at this point. It's more so... It's more so just extraction games in general. It's just, my other classes can't do this. Like, I can't just run into a group of, like, 3 people, kill people that are playing the game, heal to full with morale boost, and then keep going. No other class in the game can do this. This is a, like, Barbarian only thing. You know? Well, no, I guess Druid can do it too. It's a little bit more methodical, but I guess Druid can do it. But you know what I'm saying, right? I can't do this kind of gameplay on other classes. I have to play, like, way more, you know, I have to actually think about what I'm doing, in a sense. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bro didn't know what to do against the explosive bottle. OP. Pretty rare that I don't know the last time I got an explosive bottle kill that wasn't a druid. A druid rat form. How do I kill this guy? Like, this right here is why I can't play classes like Cleric and Fighter. Because if I do, then I just get shit on by the wizard. But if I'm playing Barb, I can actually fight him. So I have to make that choice. There you go, like, now he's done. What other class can do that to a wizard? I guess a druid, but... You know, tell you what, my cleric can't do that. Not like that, at least. Yeah, but ranger's range. I'm talking about melee classes. What other melee class can do that to a wizard is what I was, like, meant to say. The answer is none. No other melee class can do that because you don't have Iron Will. You can't run through their fireballs. Yeah. Sorry, I guess I should have specified. My bad. My bad, my bad. Like, the class just feels so free. Like, I play Barb, I go in, I wipe lobby, and then I rinse and repeat because I'm playing Barb. You know? It's like... The other classes just don't do this. They don't have... Like, the amount of counters that this class has is basically none. So, it's just... It's so hard to not play it. You know? Does that make sense? Probably. I should probably reset, by the way. I'm, like, full. I can leave if I wanted to. Yeah, but if you're playing Ranger, you're not really gonna be trying to spear the wizard. You're gonna just go for the kill, I think. We don't know anything about the suit for the 28th, but I think it could go either way at this point. I hope Iron Mace can see the very blatant balance issues that this game has before they release the next, like, official season, but I just don't think I trust them to do it anymore, you know? We've had balance issues, like with Druid, for example, for so long. Barbarian, too, has been back and forth in being OP or useless. Believe it or not, there have been a few wipes where Barb has actually been pretty bad. I remember those wipes because I played other classes instead. But I don't know. It just gets kind of annoying having a class be like this strong, so I feel like I have to play it. Because I hate playing the game and then feeling like if I don't play a class, that I'm wasting my time. Really, really don't enjoy that feeling. You know, PDR, like, full PDR fighter is very fun to me because I know it can kill barbs. You know, not the fighter I was playing earlier, but full PDR, like full plate. But then I just can't kill casters. So it's like, I don't know, it just gets really old trying to play these other classes. Thoughts on removal of Squire? I think Squire Lobby doesn't belong in the game because you have PvE mode, but I do think there should be a gear cap for normals, probably like blues. But Squire gear doesn't, like, really have a place in this game because you loot chests for 5 minutes and you already have, like, a random blue and green kit. But I do think that, I do think the no gear cap is a little bit silly. So it's true. A decent sorcerer can kill Barb, but there's not enough good sorcerers that I usually care that much. But you're right. A good sorcerer player can kill Barb. That is very true. That's why I consider Druid, Sorcerer, and Barb all S tier classes, like top of the line. Like that for that reason. So yeah, I'm with you, 100%. Yeah, running into one of the better sorcerers in the game, you have to understand that most sorcerers can't do that. If there's any class in the game that I think is most likely to kill sorcerer, it's either like a range class, maybe like ranger or something, or barb. But I do think that sorcerer is overtuned. Wait, why are legendary emeralds so cheap? They're only 100 gold. That's nuts. What the hell? I thought for sure those would be more expensive. That is true. Yep. Sorcerers, because of Panther Silence, can also kill them. Yep, that is very true. Can't disagree with that. Be back in a minute, fellas. Barb goes through these periods of time where they're either too strong or they're too weak. It's kind of annoying from a balance perspective because I really like to play like a variety of classes, but when you make a class as strong as something like Barb currently is, where I feel like I'll play against bad players, and even if I try to outskill them, I will still lose because of the class they're playing. It's at that point, it makes me want to just play Barb too, and then just outskill those Barbs because I know that I'm better than those Barbs. Because I usually win most of my Barb 1v1s. At least most of them. But I don't know. It's just frustrating that a class can be that good where it almost just makes up for your lack of skill completely. It's just like easy W key gameplay, and it's hard to get away from it because I don't really know very many classes that counter Barb. The only one that I know of that's pretty good is full PDR cleric or full PDR fighter. I mean, cleric does too, but they just lose so hard. The sorcerer, wizard, warlock, and those kind of classes that they don't feel good to play. So you just join the masses on Barb and just take your chances with the 1v1 matchups. You know. Honestly, it would almost be better if Club wasn't a Barb weapon. It's kind of true. If there wasn't Club Barb, at least it wouldn't feel quite as bad. Club definitely makes them feel like way worse than they should be. But yeah, that's my small rant. Oh, and encourage game balance. I mean, I know that I can't be the only person here who is getting tired of seeing barbarians in every lobby. I know I'm not the only one. Gets a little old after a while, doesn't it? Would be nice if we saw some variety sometimes. That's all I want. Variety that doesn't suck. Or get hard countered because of the rock, paper, scissors gameplay this game has, unless you're playing Barb. One or the other. You know, it's funny, as a Barb, I used to be really annoyed when I saw, like, PDR Fighter, because I was like, oh, I can't kill PDR Fighter, their armor's too high. And now it's like, wait, they don't counter me, I can just W key them and kill them. You know? Very silly. Unless they're a full PDR variant, but no one really plays that. Not a lot of people, at least. I agree with you. HR is so dead. I would rather normals loot be like big buffed and then just remove HR. Maybe people would have more gear too. You know, maybe I'd actually see more than just Squire gear players constantly. And then my lobbies wouldn't be dead too. I think it seems like a win-win. I'm down for that. I'm up for it. There's also such a lack of players that stuff on the marketplace is honestly hard to sell. It's also hard to buy too because everything is so expensive. Because there's not a lot of people buying and selling anymore because the game is so dead. Kind of hurts the economy too. It's another annoying aspect of the game at the moment. Honestly, I don't even blame the people running around in Squire gear sometimes, because who wants to sit here in the marketplace with barely any loot in it and try to build kits? I don't blame them. I mean, like, let's go to the, I guess screenshot? I don't even know how I did that. Like, let's go to the clubs. I mean, there are 10 pages of rare clubs. 10 pages of 10, right? So there are less than 100 clubs of rare quality on the market. If someone wanted to, if someone like had like a ton of money at their disposal, they could buy every single like club on the market if they were playing for a while, you know? Like, all things considered, there's not that much stuff on the marketplace. And as a result, it's why prices are so expensive. And most of it's been sitting here for days. Like, look, this has been here for 6.5 days. Because no one's buying. So it's just like bad on both sides. It's hard to sell, it's hard to buy. Because buying is too expensive, and selling no one buys. You know? Very silly little thing. About Barbs, your last road game was against Barb and Elevator. You were running circles for 10 minutes non-stop because you were using your hand crossbow. I mean, yeah, I mean, what else can you really do, Damon? If you're a rogue, you can't melee a Barb. You have to range kite them down. Which is annoying for both sides. It's annoying from the Bard's perspective because, well, it's just annoying to fight that, but it's also annoying from the rogue perspective because you literally can't melee them. You don't have a chance. So it's bad for both. I wouldn't get your hopes up on SDF just leaving Dark and Darker. This is all he has left. If SDF leaves Dark and Darker, I don't imagine he'll be able to get a new game position or a new like position in any other company, unless it's his own. Like who would want SDF? Not as like in like a lead role. I mean, the reputation in Korea is really bad, right? So yeah, don't be expecting it. SDF is gonna go down with the ship. If Dark and Darker fails, SDF's going with it. He's not just gonna leave. I mean, you gotta be realistic here. Hi, Mixed Ranger, by the way. Welcome. That's pretty good. That's one of those, like, things you find where it's almost crazy how good that is. Well, it's SDF's own company, right? I mean, SDF, he's the one who, like, created it in the first place. Okay. I had a feeling this guy had some. I was playing so safe. Figured. Yeah, this is cleric. Yeah, we're playing cleric. By the way, as a cleric, if I don't invis-pot that guy, I don't kill him. Just to be completely clear. I will get knocked around senseless if I try to fight that guy. Head on. Like, I have to invis-pot. It's a... I don't have a choice. I also forgot the ale against the Druid, but I guess it turned out fine. Reinstalled and joined an ongoing match. Yeah, because the game is continuous dungeons. People will keep spawning for the first, like, half of the game. That's a new, that's a mechanic. Game mechanic and all that. I think the only reason he didn't knock me back is because he panicked. I think that's literally all it was. If he didn't panic, he probably could have gotten away from me and killed me. That's the only reason I survived that, is because he didn't do the knockback spell. That's all he had to do. He just didn't do it. Sorcerer, fighter, wizard. So many casters. Bard. Dead cleric. That's about right. Wow. Those are cheap as hell, huh? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I don't think a lot of people are building knowledge at the moment. It's not really a meta stat, so to speak. Yeah, same with rings. Not really worth selling either. Could you imagine how expensive blue gear would be right now? If blue gear was normals only? Because you can't play HR because the player count's so low. So you would be forced to buy blues. I could only imagine how expensive, like good blues would be. Like ones that you don't have to socket for that have perfect rolls. Those would be crazy. Oh man, those would be so nuts. Probably be like 1,000 gold a piece at this point. I wouldn't be surprised. I cannot imagine there's a lot of HR farmers at the moment. Especially with the game wiping in less than 3 weeks, I think. Something like that. For the semi wipe. Morty, not a lot has changed, to be honest with you. They added solos back, but you can only play Goblin Caves. So I'm just kind of playing here until, like, kind of the next game comes out, pretty much. I wouldn't say much has significantly improved since, or, you know, in the last 3 or 4 months, not really. I mean, player base is really the lowest it's been in a while. So, yeah, not a lot of improvement, I would say. Not yet, at least. Still kind of waiting for whatever goes on. Yeah, apparently the rumor is that they're going to add map rotation for next season, but we don't know if that's guaranteed or not. Map rotation, are you serious? Are you surprised? Dude, I called it. I said it probably a month ago. Before solos came back, I said they were gonna release solo and then leave the teaming feature. That's exactly what they did. Then they removed it, and then I said now that solos is playable again, I said they're gonna add map rotation back in the next few weeks. Like, this is not surprising. This is what Iron Mace does. They flip-flop back and forth on changes non-stop. This is what they do. I'm not surprised that when I saw map rotation, like when I saw people talking about it, of the possibility of it coming back, like that did not surprise me whatsoever. You know, if it happens, it happens. I don't know for sure if it will, but I don't know, man. Sure feels like that's what we're heading towards. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know about you. I don't know about most of you, but I personally am not a huge fan of rep rotation. I like to play the map that I want to play at the time and kind of go from there. Honestly, man, I'm just waiting for Dauntless Stalkers to come out at this point. I'm just hoping that game doesn't flop on release, because I'm kind of scared that it's going to, but that's all I'm waiting for, man. I think we have, what, like 4 days? 3 days, 4 days? I'm just trying to be patient. Yeah, that's the Good and Gooner game, yeah. I mean, I'd rather play that than the current state of Daz, so I'll definitely be trying it out. Unless if it's dead, then I won't, but as long as it's not a dead game, I'll play it. Well, I mean, I'll play it on release no matter what, but if I keep playing it will depend on if it's dead or not. Well, it depends on how long the map rotation is. Is the map rotation an hour? You know, is it 5 minutes? It depends on how long of a period of time it is. I tell you what, if I want to play caves and that, like, the map timer is an hour, that's gonna piss me off. Because I didn't like map rotation back in the day, either. I hated it. Was it 15? No. I'm pretty sure they had a 3-hour timer at one point, and then they stopped that. They definitely had a 3-hour timer at some point in time. It was insane. I had to, like, get on in spurts of, like, an hour or two to play the map I wanted. It was very silly. Yeah, you guys remember that? It was a while ago, but there was definitely a period of time where you had, like, a longer period of time for those. And then they changed it to 3 minutes after a while. You could just wait a few minutes for the map to load. But yeah, it's cool. Again, I'm just waiting for the new games to come out. I'm not like stressing about it. Just playing this for fun for stream while I wait. I mentioned it earlier. I'm not going to be streaming for long today, by the way. I'm going to be heading out of the house for a bit, so this was going to be a short stream. Dungeonborn? Well, but they removed them, they removed the map. Oh, no, they didn't remove it. Yeah, it was, you're right. It was, I think it was 24 hours, right? Or 12. Yeah, I forgot. Didn't they nerf it or something? Or nerf it as in make it shorter? I don't remember. It's been a while. Yeah, I don't remember anymore how that was. Like, I remember specifically having to play one map or the other, but I don't remember how long it was. Maybe 24. I'm on US servers. And yeah, my HR is dead. Not to mention, you can wear all gear in normal, so there's no, like, incentive to play there anyway. What are you gonna do? Go to HR and loot for, you know, the 2 weeks before the game wipes? No point in that. Yeah, EU server is a lot more likely to find people in HR. NA servers are filled with more people that play in normals for whatever reason. It kind of is what it is. I mean, also with the wipe coming soon, there's not even a point of doing anything but PvP now. The devs have pretty much, you know, forced my hand. Like, what's the point of farming when the game is wiping soon? There's no point. So I just run around in PvP while I wait for other games. Kind of what happens when you wipe the game so often with no content. I mean, you think my current game is dead, but I see the kill feed, so I know it's not. No, this game was down bad before Steam release. Had like 2,000 players. I want to bum me, but he's battling his own demons on that archer. Yeah, the frequent wipes really take a lot of the fun out of the game when you're wiping so frequently, because it makes the gear just feel completely meaningless. Yeah, definitely kind of frustrating. He wants to come down, I'll fight him. Seems a little scared for that. I don't blame him for that. If he wants to come down, I'll fight him. Yeah, we're gonna have 2 wipes this season with 0 content. How was that even fun? I don't know what the wipes are thinking, or I don't know what the devs are thinking, wiping the game this many times with no content. They're actually unfinished doing what they're doing. I don't know who's asking for that, but I'm definitely not. That is way too many wipes. Close fight? Yeah, I know. That's rogue. That's rogue for you. Okay. Good enough. Yeah, that rogue was really bold, attacking me while I was looting, getting 3 hits, and then dying in 2 shots. Sure is bold, isn't it? Very bold. Also, thank you, Bright Knight, for the sub, by the way. I appreciate it, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that when the game wipes, there's definitely fun to be had. But at the same time, the frequency of wipes followed with the complete lack of content to make the wipe exciting, I think is really taking away from the game as well. It's like one of the many things that are going wrong. Also, SDF using the word semi-wipe is almost meme here. That was very funny to me. It almost feels like it's a joke, you know. But all it's really doing is making me feel like the loot doesn't matter anymore, and it's making the game a lot less fun to play. Which sucks. You want... Is that... consent or content? I don't know which one. Content? Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Wasn't sure. No way a green club is 200 gold. That is so funny. Sure. Easy money, I guess. Well, no, I don't think the game needs the game doesn't need no wipes. The game just needs wipes in a in a fair interval, 3 or 4 months, while having big content that pulls people into the wipe. You don't you don't have a 3 month wipe and then at the end of the 3 months go, oh, we don't have any gear or we don't have any content, and then wipe the game anyway. And then wipe the game again with no content in the same season that you already delayed and then didn't do it, you know? It just feels bad. It just feels very, very bad from a player perspective, seeing so many wipes. That's all. I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. I know that's a at least somewhat agreeable thing. Well, if anything, the non-season that doesn't wipe should be PvE mode, if anything. Separate PvE from PvP. I don't even think you should be able to play PvE with the same gear that PvP players use. Make PvE its own separate thing that doesn't wipe, and then balance that as a separate mode so that PvE players can also play HR and stuff like that. It'd be a good place for practice. That's what I would do if I were them. That's what Midnight Walkers is doing, I think. I don't know if they're going to wipe or not, but they are going to be separate servers. Yeah, if I was Iron Mace, that's what I would do, but I don't think they care what I have to say. Hi, Nova. Welcome, welcome. What's going on right now? Past that. That was close. Okay. Those are really good. Special loot, I know, loot delivery, man. Yeah. Wait, Nate, was that you? Nate, were you that fighter? Oh, sorry, man. I feel kind of bad. Sorry. Did you really just spawn there? That sucks. I also just spawned not long ago, too. Like, I haven't been in the game for too long. How's the one game doing with the single game developer that I interviewed and played with? Oh, he's still working on the game. He told me the estimation for when the game will re-release, or like another playtest. I think he said early next month, but it's not a guarantee, so don't take his word for it yet. But it'll probably be sometime in the next month that we'll get to play Sword Eye again, yeah. Adventure mode is still here for now, yeah. They didn't remove it yet. I still have access to Sword Eye. I could play that game again if I wanted to. I have extra codes to give away if like to give people access to the closed beta until it reopens. I don't know if people actually care about Sword Eye or not enough for me to do that, but I do have it. I think the game is fun, personally. So. I mean, the combat is the most skill-based that we have access to for extraction. There's no other game that has combat that's skill-based. I mean, Dark and Darker is just W key M1. You actually have to, like, think about what you're doing. I like it. Dark and Darker is easier, but I don't think it's better. You know, well, if you didn't run into any players, I'm kind of surprised, because when I played it, at least, I was getting constantly ganked by people. But it could be just because of stream, you know? It's possible it was people from stream, so. Waiting for that rogue to come over. Well, of course there's not a lot of people in the playtest, because it's a closed playtest. No one can have access to it unless they played in the beta. I don't think the point of the current test is to have, like, really people play it unless they want to. Kind of deal. I mean, that's not surprising at all. I mean, I wouldn't see any people if I played it either. Kind of bad. Alright. I'm gonna let him live. I don't do it often, but it's a fighter. If it was a druid or a sorcerer though, he'd be dead for sure. Well, I feel a little bad. I mean, it's pretty clear that he's like new, and I know it's a free kill, so I don't know. I don't spray people often, but I felt kind of bad for him. I don't know. Smite doesn't scale with headshot, right? Can you imagine if Smite scaled with headshot damage? Oh my god, it would be insane. Oh man. But I don't think it does less damage to limbs either, but it would still be crazy if it did scale. My god. Probably a good thing it doesn't. Might be kind of OP. You don't think 1 or 2 shots should exist? If you don't want 1 or 2 shots, I think it's just not going to happen in this game. I don't think this game will ever be in a state where you don't have people 1 or 2 shotting each other based on, like, SDF's balancing. No, it kind of is what it is, I think. I'm not saying that to be like a Debbie Downer or something, but yeah, I don't think SDF is going to change his 1 or 2 shot like vision, because he wants solo versus trios to work, and you can't do that unless you one shot people. What a dumb warlock. God damn it. Freaking Phantom Eyes, man. He's low, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter how low he is. Not understandable. I don't know, no one's ever said that my mic is too low. At least not that, at least most people don't say that. I'm not sure. I thought he was opening the door, not looting. He must have killed somebody over here. My mic's cutting out? Oh, I'm not sure why it's doing that. I have no idea. It shouldn't be. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. I hope my mic's not messing up. Maybe it's a YouTube thing, because everyone on Twitch says it sounds okay. I guess it could be YouTube acting up. Seems weird though. I gotta leave pretty soon. I don't know what's more valuable, but I know. Actually, that's not. But yeah, I gotta get out of here. I don't have time to be too greedy. Get Ox Pendant? No, I just missed it, but I don't have time to go check. I don't want to die to the zone. Yeah, I was just looting fast. I think I just passed it over. It was just a mistake. I was busy looking at chat. Okay, though. Fucking die a little quicker than that. You know, I will give YouTube at least a little bit of credit. The ads for live streams are a lot less bad than Twitch. Twitch ads are so crazy. They really are. I don't blame people whatsoever for not liking Twitch. It's kinda crazy sometimes. A little bit. Define crazy. Crazy as in they're long. They're long and not fun to look at. They're just not, I don't know. They're just, it's like 2.5-minute ads. So I don't know. Just annoying. I don't know. Sometimes I prefer watching on YouTube over Twitch. And of course, the ads are always bad. Like, it can't be good ads. God forbid. It's always some trash. Some trash I don't care about, pretty much. True. Well, live TV is so... I mean, that's outdated at this point. Like, does anyone here watch live TV anymore? Because I kind of feel like my generation has pretty much abandoned it entirely, and I know the younger generation definitely has. Nope. Nope. Sports only? That's fair. Yeah, because I guess sports are a little different. But now, even sports are going to streaming services, aren't they? I think. I don't really watch sports, but I got, like, limited knowledge on it. Yeah, I don't know. Or you can. I don't like streaming services, man. I'm so tired of needing multiple services just to watch like different stuff. And you know, I would never do anything else besides use streaming services, of course. Of course. Yeah, sometimes you just have to go to the ocean and just sail the high seas, you know? Just get a good view. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to do something that I'm going to regret, but that's fine. Oh my god, you mean like yeah, where you see a movie? It's like one of those watch where it's you have to pay to watch it. It lasts for like 2 hours or something. So you have to watch it right then and there, and you have no other choice. Yeah, that is yeah, that's a little bit silly for sure. Yeah. There's definitely something a little bit comical about that. Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I'm with you. I've tried Wanderlight Lantern before, but they're too expensive. Also, they're not even worth it because rogues aren't even a threat anymore. So if rogues aren't a threat, then really what's the point, you know? If rogues were scarier, then, you know, maybe. But not in the current meta at least. Yeah, I don't really think Wanderlight Lanterns are I think the only time I would buy one if it was for like arena or something. Yeah, probably just arena. Outside of that, I think it's just not really worth, to be honest. You know what the real problem is? It's that the problem is that pirating has a better service than streaming services do. So if you want people to buy your streaming service, then you need to give them a better experience. And that is something that Steam does very well. Steam is very, very good at getting people to buy games on there, even people that do pirate games. It is a service issue, not a people are completely unwilling to buy stuff issue. That is really good. Wow. Way underpriced. My PDR is only 46%. I thought for sure my PDR would be higher. Oh, is it because I don't have heavy boots on? Is that why? I was hoping to get like 50% if possible. But I don't really want strength, so eh. And it's also only 20 armor. It's not even that like big of a deal. And then I lose speed too. Yeah, I don't know why my PDR feels so much lower than I'm used to. I mean, I guess I don't have armor rolls, but armor rolls don't really do very much at this point. It's mostly just the base. Oh, I mean, I guess part of it could be because you don't have access to Fine Curace. That's probably part of it, too. It's like 50 armor you're missing, which would make the difference between 46 and 50. Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, I'm not paying that much. No. We're gonna play one game of Spell Cleric until I die and stop playing the class again. Don't worry, it won't take me long. Don't worry. Spell Cleric's in a bad enough spot that I don't think I will be alive for long enough to for it to reasonably matter, so don't worry. Don't worry. Don't get your hopes up or anything. Don't get your hopes up. Because it's not gonna matter for long. Where's Pocket Sands? He's never here when I do this. Yeah, he's never here when I do this at all. Again, I know this isn't gonna go well for me, but yeah, you know. I'm used to the punishment at this point. Wait, can you not roll magic healing on your spellbook? That's weird. Okay, I guess you can't. I don't know why I thought you could. I guess not. Okay. Or let's go feed our kit to the abyss. Oh, we need a campfire too. Let me grab like a campfire or two. Alright. I'm ready. This is for you guys. It's not for me. I know spell cleric's not good anymore, but just for you guys. Just for you guys. I didn't really plan to ever play caster cleric again, to be honest. But I think the PDR skill is really strong. My action speed is slow. Boy, what are we at? 10%? Boy. Yeah, not the greatest. Not the greatest action speed I've ever had. Okay, though. I wonder if going for dexterity or finesse rings would be better than vitality rings. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like giving up the like 10 HP would be overall better than, or you know, would be better than like getting the dexterity. Probably pop us up to 20% or something. Like, it seems kind of good. Yeah, like, I think all it would take is 2 dex rings. I mean, in theory, we could also grab, you know, like 3 decks on champion, but we already have action speed on it, so it's like, okay. I'm gonna go the other way, I think. I guess it doesn't, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a, it's kind of a dead end. I don't have a torch on me to activate that thing. Not a great spawn, to be honest. Not a lot of places to go. I think my minimum preferred action speed is probably 20%. Around that point for club. 10 just feels kind of slow. Maybe we grab finesse rings, but just grab like max health bonus and stuff on those, so we're not like way too squishy. Or something like that. My spawn really sucked this time around. Sitting here trying to like get out of the starting area it put me in. There's speed. 284. That is some crazy speed right there. Just 3 to 5 business days from every single fighting class. No big deal, right? No big deal. It's also worth mentioning that the 5 weapon damage that I get from Divine Strike is also better if I'm swinging faster. Kind of goes without saying, but another small benefit to going for more action speed. Where is everybody? Kind of a dead lobby. Maybe we just reset. I feel like we just got into a completely dead lobby for some reason. I'm not sure why, but everything, like, we see a couple kills, but pretty dead. Feels like HR. I don't know where everybody is, but yeah, corner of the map. Corner of the map. There were people, but I didn't see them. It's okay, I'm gonna change out those rings, I think, to dexterity. So, no harm, no foul, I suppose. And then I think we just grab, like, max health bonus. We just need a little bit of HP. So we're not too squishy. So we're gonna go from 153, 8.7 to 142, 17. That looks way better to me. I think 10 HP is way less useful than 10% action speed. That has to be better. Has to be. Swing speed is everything in this game. If you're not swinging fast enough, you're just not gonna kill people. Give me a second, guys. Doesn't the HP value depend on your PDR? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like how much the HP will scale? Even at 50% PDR, I don't think 10 HP, which effectively becomes 20, is more valuable than 10% action speed. I think the action speed is just always like better. Like 18 will be enough that I won't feel like I'm swinging through like quicksand, you know? That's just how I prefer to play, at least. I think it's generally stronger. You don't have to follow that, but that's just what I like to do. Yeah, Caster Clark in 2025. Don't get used to it though. We haven't even killed anyone with it yet. I don't know if you can visually like tell the difference in swing speed, but I use the club enough to know that this feels way better. It's also a lot less punishing if you hit a shield or a wall or something. Sorry. Sorry, it had to be done. I know it's a Timmy, but I already buffed. I had to do it. I was already buffed. I didn't want to waste my spells. Sorry, bro. Where do I find these people? What do you mean? That NA server is full of them. I'm not collecting bones. What do I look like? Do I look like a bone collector to you? No, I don't plan to do... I'm not doing Iron Mace silly quests. Oh, this emote sucks. Why is it, like, so disorienting? I'm gonna take this emote off. This seems crazy. I don't think I ever used that before. Kinda hurt my eyes. Must be one of Iron Mace's premium emotes I never used. I guess I got it at some point, I don't know. Yeah, I genuinely don't know where I got it, but I don't think I've ever touched it. Pay to lose? Yeah, I think so. Going with club, why is everyone using it? Because it's the meta. It's the meta weapon. Pay to lose is fine. Yeah, I don't think I would ever complain about pay to lose. If someone wants to pay to be weaker, that's honestly the thing. What are you? Door and door, bro. Door and door. God help me. The issue with Spell Cleric. Doors. makes it meta. It's just insane. It has an infinite combo that's easy to headshot, so it basically got a 50% damage boost. Like, the weapon is nuts. It's OP as hell. It's the best one-handed weapon in the entire game. Nothing competes with it anymore. Weapon is actually, like, insane. I would not use any other one-hander in the game. Even Morningstar has fallen off. Morningstar sucks now compared to Club. It just doesn't do anything. It just can't compete. Infinite combo, easy to headshot. Even works really well with Smite too. And then in fights, you just jump and swing with the club like over and over again. It's so nuts. If you don't understand why it's meta, then go make a class and use the club and you'll figure it out real quick. When you start using it, you'll realize why it's so strong. Justin, just give it a try. You'll see real quick why it's so good. Just use it. Make a barb and run Club Barbarian with a lantern. And go W key people and kill them for free. And have fun. You hate the jumping thing? I mean, you can hate it, but it's meta, so, you know. Gotta abide by the meta. Gotta be the good little meta slave. You don't think you have it in you to play Barb? What, you mean you don't want to play Club Barbarian? Bro, you gotta join the meta. Join us. Dude, this emote is so bad. I hate it so much. I'm taking it off as soon as I get out of this game. I never want to look at it again. It, like, the blur is what's annoying me. It, like, disorients my screen. Why are my lobbies dead, bro? Oh, there we go. Oh, the Barb. Oh, boy. Oh, my... What a freaking chicken, bro. Damn it. I don't even get the fight on my... Okay. What a chicken. I didn't think he popped a blue pot. I didn't think he was gonna run to the exit. Why would you pop a blue pot and then leave the game? Well, guys, I guess Cleric's OP. It's so strong that all the players in the game don't exist anymore. My lobbies are actually dead now. I am running around. I might as well be playing HR at this point. It is kind of like HR. This is what it usually is like. I don't know what's going on, but I guess it's because Cleric's OP. Everyone's too scared to fight me. It's gotta be it, right? Gotta be it. For sure. Everyone's just too scared. I don't blame them. Hard to compete with it. It's just so powerful. Alright, well, third time's the charm, right? Because of Arena? Bro, I've been playing solos all day, and this is the first time I've had any issue finding players. Did Arena just start 20 minutes ago? That is the only way it's because of Arena. Because I've been getting non-stop player fights for 3 hours now. It just started on Cleric. So yeah, unless Arena just started, I don't know what happened. I went from having like 15 player kill feeds to 6. I have no idea. Dead game, I guess. I don't know. I guess everyone logged off. Kind of hard to play spell cleric if everybody's gone. I really wanted to see if I could beat that Barbarian, man. Oh, I didn't take off the emote. Because I was so worried about that Barb leaving. God damn it, man. That's stupid emote. Another game. God. The best way to win the lobby is to kill everybody before the game starts. True. Oh, God. It's a wizard. Did I even kill wizard? I have a plan. We're gonna invis spot him in a second. Alright. One way to do it. Have you ever seen such professional gameplay? Unbelievable. Why am I moving so slow? Oh, my game's bugged. Ah, my game is bugged. Ah, perfect. Nice, nice. Thank you, Dark and Darker. Appreciate it. I'm moving with my fists out, but I have my, like, invisible weapon out. Nice, nice. Add that to the list, I guess. Add it to the list. That was beautiful. God, that jump's really hard to make when you're this slow. This is why I don't play Spell Cleric. Oh my god, if I was PDR Cleric, he would have been dead 8 years ago. Just saying. This shit would have been over forever ago, bro. Easiest fight of my life. No, I don't need the gear, man. Thank God, bro. Oh my god, Spell Cleric is so frustrating to play. It's just kite and kite and kite and kite and kite and kite and kite. You cast a spell, they run. You cast a spell, they run. Over and over and over and over and over again. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, spells are just, they're too slow in the current meta. And then you have to campfire on top of it to get your spells back. It's just, oh my god, man. Spell Cleric is so down bad right now. And if you build for movement speed, then you're too squishy. You die in 2 shots. So you can't play the game against melee. So then you're not even doing anything. So it's like, you either play tanky, and then everyone runs, or you play squishy, and everyone kills you in 2 hits. It sucks, man. Sucks so much. I just know these are gonna aggro me any second. Let me just... Did I play last season? I played a little bit. I haven't played, I don't play a lot of Dark and Darker, except for streams at this point. So if I'm not streaming, you know I'm probably not playing the game. But yeah, I don't think I played a little bit last season. I've been really trying to, like, get away from Dad. But I have to wait until, like, the new games come out, so. That's why we're still chugging along. A Slayer fighter? We can't even beat a Slayer fighter, like, easily, which is probably the worst archetype in the entire game, next to, like, Rogue and Bard. That's really, really sad. I just don't know what you're supposed to do with Spell Cleric. You just... Like, your spells last for 3 seconds, and then they just run away, and you're just... I don't know, you just waste all your spells. Maybe I should just run Smite Judgment with PDR. Cause I don't know if spells are gonna work. Like that fight is very clear indicator that, like, spells are not it. Like, I killed him, but keep in mind that I killed him with no spells because I ran out, you know, he kited for so long I don't have enough spells. So, like, I basically only had 1 single spell slot anyway. Also, the heals for Spell Cleric aren't even that good unless you build for it, and I can't build for it in solos. Not without losing too many stats. So it's, like... Well, I don't know. Sucks. Wish it was better, to be honest. Wish it was better. What can I do? Maybe one day, Iron Mace will fix it. Maybe. Put a little asterisk on that. Yeah. Solo Cleric is suffering because of Trios Cleric. Because they don't know how to balance both. Honestly, it's not even that hard to do. It's brain dead easy to balance it for both. Just make spells that Cleric casts on themselves last longer than teammates. I don't know why that's so hard to do. Like, if you're gonna make protection 8 seconds for teammates, then make it 20 seconds if you pass it on yourself. You know, same with Divine Strike for, like, teammate buffs. Like, why are these buffs only for... Like, why are there no differences between self-cast and team-cast? Like, it's not that hard to do. I honestly think that would probably fix at least part of Cleric's problem. It wouldn't fix it entirely, but it would be in a better spot than it is right now, at the very least. I don't know. Just annoying. It's annoying that my favorite class is just so bad at the game. It's frustrating. I just want to be able to play and not feel like I'm trolling, you know? You don't even need a keybind for self-cast. Just make it to where if you cast it and it hits yourself, that it gets a, like a different duration. Oh, my buttons are on the wrong spot. Alright, well, we'll have to hopefully not mess up. I always put smite on E, except for when I use spells. Hopefully that might trip me up for a game. I'll have to change it after this. I didn't change the emote, but it's fine because I'm not using spells, so I'll never sit down anyway. I did forget to change it again, though. Oh my god, it's another Judgment Cleric. That's crazy. That is so funny. What are the odds that I find a caster cleric? Or not a caster, a judgment smite cleric. On the first game that I run, the same thing. That's bizarre. How weird. Almost makes me wonder if it's from stream, because that's such a bizarre thing to find. I mean, I have fought 0 of those in, I don't know, probably the last 10 hours of gameplay. They just all of a sudden showed up, I guess, huh? I guess. I feel like all Judgment is use a very slow skill and let them headshot you for free while you sit there and try to cast the skill. I really feel like Judgment is also not good. because of the headshot changes and the fact that Judgment takes way too long to cast. Like, that is a great example. Like, what did the Judgment even do there? I hit him with Judgment, and then he headshots me. So it just seems so bad. Remember the good old days when Judgment was 0.75 seconds, when Judgment was actually good? Those were the days. Then you could build a little bit of knowledge and cast Judgment almost instantly. So you could, like, so it was viable in, like, melee range. 1 second is just too long. I don't think it's buggy. Not like it used to be. It's not that it's buggy, it's just that it's not great. And it only does 25 damage, too. Like, in the grand scheme of things, if you compare the damage from Judgment and Smite, Smite does way more damage. You know, when you build a kit for it, you can probably swing with Smite 6 or 7 times. So this is doing, like, 60 plus damage, and Judgment only does 25. So the amount that they're doing is also a lot lower, too. Yeah, the only thing that it does is stop people from chasing you through doors, but you can break doors now, so it's not as much of a thing as it used to be, because they can just break the doors anyway, kind of back to square one. And using this kit over, like, over the PDR skill, I'm losing out on 140 HP as well. Like, a lot of HP I'm losing out on by not having it. If I had a say in things, I would make Judgment probably 0.75 seconds again. And... well, I would just go from there. I would buff it to 0.75 and see if it's at all viable. Honestly, though, I don't think it will be. Even at 0.75, I think Smite DP is still stronger. I think the best way you can look at it is think of it from a health perspective. Judgment is minus 25 damage to the enemy player, whereas the Divine Protection skill is plus 140 HP to yourself. And it's true PDR, so it might be even more than 140 HP. You know, when you look at it that way, I think that's when you start to realize just how weak Judgment is versus how strong PDR is. The only exception is caster classes, pretty much. Doing true PDR. So maybe that's not the right word. Basically, it goes over the PDR cap. So if I have 50% PDR and then I gain 30%, if someone armor pens me, I'm still at 65% PDR. Unless they've changed how that works. You will stay at the 65%, meaning that you have effectively way more HP than everyone else in the game can if you also have armor pen. Because if you armor pen 65% cap PDR and you're at 75%, you're still at 65%. That's why the PDR skill is so strong. It's part of it, at least. There's a lot of reasons that it's, like, what everyone uses if they play Cleric. Also, if you run the PDR skill, you only need 35% PDR too. You don't have to build past that, so it gives you options for other stats for free. Because the other PDR is worthless, so you can build more movement speed, dexterity, all that other stuff. Pretty much. A lot of options. I haven't seen any druids today. I killed a druid earlier. He was scared. All I want is to not feel like I'm trolling when I take something on Cleric that is not Smite Divine Protection. That's all I want. I just want balance. That's all. You know. Where is the emote that? Oh, it's this. Okay. Take that emote off. Corner him. By the way, fellas, I might have to leave soon, just so you know. I mentioned it earlier, but today's gonna be a pretty short stream. Because I'm heading out. I'm heading out in a bit. Actually, I might have to go now. I think I need to be there around, like, 4. Yeah. Okay. I think that's gonna have to be the stream, fellas. So thank you all for watching the short stream today. Sorry I couldn't make Spell Cleric work. I would love to be able to make Spell Cleric work, but it's not going to, unfortunately. So we'll just go back to Smite DP like the meta slaves we are. Heading to family's house for a bit. Gonna hang out there for a little bit. I usually do that on Saturdays. Saturdays, I usually don't do full stream days. If you go to, like, every Saturday, for the most part, I'm usually only here for a few hours at most. Rian, I mean, I'll take the kid if you want. I don't really care anymore since the game's wiping anyway. I mean, if you want to trade it to me, I'll take it before I get off. That's fine. It's up to you. I'll store it for later if you want. I don't usually take handouts, but wipe is soon anyway, so I don't really care anymore. Kind of past the point of caring. Oh, you got like a good kit, huh? Alright. Yeah, that is way more than I could ever build. I don't have anywhere near the amount of money to build a kit like that. That is absurd. Yeah, I definitely could not build something like that. Even if I wanted to. I think wipe's at the end of the month. Sometime, I forget the exact date. It's sometime at the end of the month, though. Alright, Rio. Thank you. Yeah, I'll run this at some point on stream and try not to lose it in the first game. No promises here, but I'll try. I'll try to not die immediately. Here, I'll take a look at what the stats are real quick before I get off, because I'm curious. But yeah, this kit is way better than I'm usually building. So let's take a look. Well, that's solid. It's not bad at all. 45% action speed base. No problem, right? No problem. It's insane. 48 PDR. Yeah, this is good. It's a solid kit. Cool. Yeah, I'll run that at some point. Alright, guys. Thank you all for watching the stream today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're on YouTube, you don't mind liking the video before you go. Appreciate it. Helps the VOD, so thanks in advance. If you are on Twitch, I will follow. Should be live again tomorrow. So today's the 9th. So I think it's 9th to... Hold up, I'm just checking real quick. I think it's... Is it 13th for Stalkers to come out? I'm double checking real quick. I think it's the 13th, right? Well, Steam says the 12th. It's probably late at night on the 12th. I'm just going to say 13th. So, tomorrow... So, the 10th and the 11th will probably be more dad streams. And then the 12th or 13th will be when I start trying out Dungeon Stalkers. And then if that game flops, then we'll come back to dad. If it's good, then I'll play that for a little while until the end of the month when the, I don't know, until like a wipe happens or something. Yeah, short stream today. That's what every Saturday is a short stream, D-Rose. Alright, catch you guys later. Alright, have a good rest of your day. See you guys. Peace.